Hello, hello. Welcome to Making Connections. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. It's your girl, Aly. And listen, did y'all see all the back to school events taking place? Can y'all believe it? We are well through halfway through summer and school is starting back. Some places school has already started. So there are a lot of people who are concerned about our kids, make sure that they get to school back on the right foot, that they have school supplies, a new book bag, and things like that. So definitely take advantage. And maybe you're somebody who doesn't need the assistance, but maybe you know somebody. Make sure you share the flyers. They typically have the address and the date and all that stuff on them. So if you missed it coming through the first time, we'll show it again at the end. And then if you want to jump over to the Facebook group, I'll post them in there. I said that before, didn't I? But I will post them because I want to make sure the kids have what they need for going back to school. And so today we have been talking about some stuff we're doing with the organization in Charlotte. It's called Hope for All of Charlotte. The founder is Theo, and you can find their group on Facebook and Instagram. And so we're going to show a little video. Just they're always out in the community doing things for the homeless. They are they do health screenings. They do little kits like emergency kits to give away. Right now, they are taking donations for insulated cups to give to the homeless. That way, again, whether they have something hot or something cold, it can stay that way, a little bit longer as they journey throughout their day. So, the next clip we're going to see is Hope for All, just a little informational about them, and then we'll be back with our guest, who is no other than Tammy Thomas. Hey, hey, everybody! Again, that was the organization that you saw out in the community was Hope for All of Charlotte. And so, welcome, Tammy. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's glad to be back. I
Yeah,
appreciate you inviting me back.
absolutely. So, this is one of Amazon's best-selling authors and poetess. This is Tammy Thomas. Tammy, I know you've been on the show before, but just want to give you an opportunity to say hello to the family, and then we'll jump into the interview.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. And thank you for your support.
Yes, yes. So, Tammy, I'm trying to share it to Blacktopia, make sure everybody knows you're on and
Yes.
watching. So, how long have you been doing poetry?
I, I started poetry when I was a teenager, but I didn't get to publish poetry until 2017. That's when I did my first book.
Oh, okay, okay. So, when you were a teenager, did you just write just because it was like something that came to your mind? Were you inspired by anything in particular, or you were just writing because that was something that was your gift at the time?
At the time, I didn't know it was my gift. I'll just write whatever I feel, write what's happening in my life, and some things that might inspire me to write. That's it. Sometimes I will journal, but I fell in love with it. I'm like, this is like therapeutic for me when I was a teenager, because when you're a teenager, a lot going on. You know, people. You have negative people, positive people around you. I mean, things just happen. So, and it helped me write, sort out my feelings.
Mm, that's what, I think that part about helping you sort out your feelings. We all have something that helps us do that, and so for you it was writing and journaling, and so I always think that's cool because usually people when they come on the show and they say they've actually published a book or what have you, they always talk about the journals that they had,
Yeah.
were just stacking up before they actually published. So what finally made you say, well, you know what, I'm gonna let the world or as many people who can get to Amazon to purchase or what have you, I want them to be able to share this journey with me. What happened that finally made you say, let me look into publishing my work?
Well, when I started Facebook it was 2011, I think it was. They used to have like the note section or something. So I just started putting poetry in that note section back then.
Yeah.
And got a lot of feedback from a lot of people. And one particular lady named uh, Elle McClin, she asked me, "Are you our author? Have you written a book before?" I said, "No." She said, "Are you interested?" I said, "Not really. I don't know where to start." You know. She said, "Well, keep doing your thing. Keep motivating people." And she said, "I love your work, and I would like to see your work, in a book." So she introduced me to another lady on Facebook, Raja Williams. She was a publisher back then. So I got connected with her and we had chatted a few times and then we made magic.
Yeah.
I published my first book in 2017 with Creative Talent Unleashed.
Oh, awesome. And so, what was the journey like? Like, were there moments where you're like, okay, I'm not doing this? Was it hard? Was it because you had those ladies who had contacted you? Could you go to them for questions? Was Amazon very helpful? Like, what was the journey? Because I know a lot of people be like, I have something, but I don't really know. Like you, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to get there.
Well, Raja, she was a great help. She, gave me steps on how to do it. She the one that I did the editing and she did the publishing. She did all the work through Amazon. So I didn't do too much. And I mean, she was just a great help. The journey was hard. I don't like editing,
Mm,
but that's okay. I had to do to make sure everything's right. You want to do that. You want to make sure everything is right and that people will understand you and how your journey is. It was kind of rough at first because it's my first time, back then, but it gets easier as times go. So yeah, I did sometimes want to give up because I'm like, okay, this is too much. I don't think I want to do this, but you know, God gave me the strength to keep doing it. And a lot of people said and most of the people just motivated me as well and say they love my work. They love they can relate to some of the poetry that I put out there. So that kept me going.
awesome. And I think, I always like to encourage, whoever's on the, tuning in for the day because,
Yes.
maybe your thing is not poetry, maybe it's not even writing a book, maybe it's, being an entrepreneur, maybe it's going back to school, being a nurse or,
Mhm.
whatever it is. We all have those days, right, Tammy, where we're just like, okay, this journey is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. And
Right.
I'm over it. But I know you said the Lord gave you strength, but like, what else did you pray? What did you do? Did you have to walk away for a day or some hours? What were some of the things that helped get you through?
Sometimes I have to take a break. It could be 2, 3 days. I do pray, and then all of a sudden, it just portrait just come to my mind, or something that I need to write down. It just pop right back in. Because sometimes you want to do it right then, but you can't. And you just have to wait. Because sometimes I will sit there and say, okay, today I'm gonna take this time out and write. And time go by, nothing.
Oh well.
And sometimes it's frustrating because I really want to write, but I can't. It's nothing that's coming out. So
Hmm.
I just have to wait, pray and wait.
Awesome. But then when it starts flowing, it flows, huh?
Yes, and it often happens when you sleep
Mm.
around between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. It just comes to me. I'm like, really? I'm tired.
Oh goodness.
If you
Well,
are
I know.
writing, some people had the same thing. Make sure you have your pen and paper right there, or your phone right beside you,
Mhm.
because you have ideas just flowing and flowing. And and sometimes if I start writing, it'd be like maybe 3 o'clock, and I won't be finished till 5, because I would write, then try to go back to sleep. Then the Lord wake me up again. I'm like, really? Ugh. I get up again, start writing again until it's done. I said, okay, I'm done. Am I finished now?
Can I take a nap?
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good because I know a lot of times, even when you have a thought about, it could be about anything, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna remember this because it's important, and it's like along the journey of what I've been thinking about. So I'm gonna remember, and I'll get up and I'll be like, now what in the world was that?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a
Hmm.
good idea to be able to have that pen and paper there, even if you jot it down and you let you go back to sleep until later, or like you said, in your phone. Because a lot of
Right.
times, I've heard some people say that even when they start the writing process, instead of writing, they'll just speak it. Do you ever do it that way, and then go
No,
back
but
and listen to your messages or your notes?
that's a good idea.
Yeah. I've heard a couple people who said they write books, because that, I mean, like you said, it could hit them anywhere. They can be in the
Hmm.
grocery store, and so they just pull out their phone and they start recording, or they make notes about it, and then go back
Right.
and listen to it and just let it formulate from there.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I write the notes.
cool, cool. Yes. So you have how many books out on Amazon now?
I have 3 books out, and I also co-wrote some of the books on Amazon as well.
Oh, yes. And so, go ahead. I think you
Oh, and I was to say, I just finished my 4th one, but I haven't published anything yet. I'm just looking over it and just waiting because it might be something else I might want to add on.
Oh, yes. Come on, Tammy Thomas. I can't wait. Awesome. And so I know listen, since the first time you were on the show, you've been doing a lot of things.
Yes,
You're part of a ministry now, Tears of Purpose monologue group, correct?
yes. Here's the
Monologue
purpose of my
ministry.
ministry. Yes,
And then I've seen you at different events, speaking on the stage. I've seen you in different virtual events. So kudos, because you're definitely, tapping into the gift that God has given you.
yes. Some new gifts as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it all. So tell me about a little bit about Tears of Purpose.
Well, Tis the Purpose Monologue Ministry is a kingdom theater. What we do, we take the arts of God, whatever God give us, what type of talent and gifts that He gives us, we turn it around and use it for our testimonies of how He brought us out of, our trials and tribulations. We use that through the arts. We do spoken words, poetry, um, acting it out, praise dancing, singing, all
Okay.
different types of stuff. Voiceovers. I did most of the voiceovers for my monologue. Um, and also we do skits as well. Not only we do that, we do stuff on the, outside of the community, helping the community out as well. And we are in different cities. We're not just in one city. Elder Lakia Barnett is the CEO of Tears the Purpose Monologue Ministry, and her cousin LaShawn Martin is the vice president. and they're from DC, Washington DC, and we got other ladies in Maryland. Me and my cousin in Virginia. We got Texas. We got there's two ladies in Texas. We had ladies in North Carolina. I mean, we all over. Oh, in Chicago. So yeah, we all over.
Wow. That is, I always think that's so cool because, in back in the day before technology really, became so robust,
Hmm.
we might not been able to meet these people, and be
Right.
able to work with them. But now through the blessing of technology, we know
Yeah.
technology, there's blessings and cursings on everything. We can use
Yeah.
anything it is for good or for bad. But I think through technology and online, this is the opportunity for people who are a little nervous, who are a little scared about
Yeah.
trying something, about, being in front of people. This is such a great opportunity and time to branch out, don't you think?
Right. It sure is. We meet each other every week on Zoom, and and it's funny because we even do rehearsals on Zoom. And
Okay.
when we get and when we and when it's time for the event, we would take 2 hours maybe to do rehearsal in person before the event starts. And it's like we've been rehearsing in person for months. I mean, it's amazing.
Wow. That's one of
Right,
the things I was going to ask about. Do you guys all come together a week before and rehearse, or but you're saying you guys do it on Zoom. Everybody knows their part. Everybody comes in when they're supposed to come in, right?
right. We
Okay.
do it on Zoom, and then that same day we rehearse before we start the monologue show. I mean, it's amazing. They were like, "What?"
Yeah, I
Yes,
think that is
we
so awesome. Now I
thank you.
do know. I think we have a clip of the show that you guys are doing, and so if you want to set us up a little bit for that clip, what we're going to be seeing, and then we'll have Alan pop it in for us.
Okay, we have did a short film last year in DC at different locations at a church and one of the actresses' house. I mean, it's awesome, and it's called "Why Didn't I Listen?" Now it's on YouTube right now under Lakia Barnett, and you just click on um, "Tears of Purpose" monologue ministry, and the short film is up there. It's about a young lady that didn't listen to any warnings of anybody of her family or anything. She didn't care. But
Mhm.
y'all gotta go see it.
All right. So Alan, if you'll show us that clip, and then we'll be right back more with Tammy Thomas.
I want to know, could you come by my house tomorrow and help me move some things?
Wow, that lady is weird and creepy.
You fell asleep. It's so late.
People's souls to the door. This is not a joke. You must listen. Stay away from her. She's a soaking, and that's divination. She's not worshiping God. She's worshiping the devil.
Oh my, oh my. That looks, I can't wait to watch the whole short film. That looks good.
Thank you. It was fun, babe.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we had some problems. The devil trying to get in it, but we finished it.
So even with that, I see Nina Shining Star L is on. Hello, lady. She says she's super late, but she is watching
Hey,
the broadcast, but she's at work. So thanks for
okay.
joining
Thank
us.
you, Nima.
Yeah. So, even with making the short film, oh my gosh, what was that journey like? How long did it take you guys, from beginning to end? And I know you may not have done it all in one day, but just, was it a month, a couple weeks? How long was that?
I say about 3, 4 months. We've been going over our lines, and we've been, trying to meet. We trying to meet each other at least once a week to practice and going over our lines. I mean, it was a process, and sometimes it's like the devil try not to let us, do this film. He would do anything not to let this film happen.
Mhm.
Even from when we got there, it was something happened with the camera, or the equipment's not there, or he forgot the equipment. And I mean, it's always something that the devil tried, but he didn't win. He
He
did
never
not win.
does. I don't know why he keep messing with us.
Right.
But he stayed busy on his job, and that's why I tell people. I said, now he don't ever give up. He fails a lot of times.
Hmm.
He loses a lot of
Right.
stuff, a lot of souls, but he don't give up. So why should we give up, right?
Right. Right. We kept doing it. We kept going hard.
Yeah. So do you guys have an event coming up?
Yes, ma'am. We have one here in Virginia, my church, my hometown, Newport News, Virginia, this Saturday on the 20th at 2 p.m. And we're bringing the delivery room.
Oh, and they get tickets online like at Eventbrite, or can they get them at the door?
They will have to cash out dollar sign Tears to Purpose, and
Okay.
that's under Lakia Barnett, or cash out me at dollar sign Tam Thomas.
Okay. I'll make sure I put those in the description of the video. And so can they order up until Saturday, or is like Friday the cutoff?
Oh no, they can order up till Saturday, and they can even if they in the area, they can come in and pay at the door.
Okay, okay. Awesome. I know I'll be like, so many guests I have on are doing so many great things, and I'll be like, I want to come, but just getting in the car and making it those distances all the time doesn't happen all the time. But one day
Right.
I'm gonna pop up on y'all and be like, hey, Tammy.
You can invite us to your city. We come to your city because we just came from in March we was in North Carolina, and March, April, May. I think it was June. June we was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania,
Wow.
and now we're coming here, and we're supposed to be going to Chicago in October, and finishing out in DC in December.
Oh, okay. That's a very good point, though, Tammy. Instead of, if I can't get to y'all, I can bring y'all to me, right?
Right, that's right.
Look, I'm gonna have to get with Jonathan Coleman and talk about that because he the man to
Yes,
make stuff happen.
yes, he is the man. Shout out to Jonathan Coleman.
Yes. And Nima, I'm trying to figure out Nima if you're still on here. Where are you at? Do you remember where Nima's located?
I think she's in Philadelphia, I think.
Okay. I think it is one of the upstates. So maybe she can catch y'all one of the locations y'all going to.
Yeah,
All right. So
I
tell
would love
me,
to see all of you there.
that would be cool. Especially
Yes.
if y'all came back to North Carolina. I missed it the first time, but like me, Jonathan, JT, all that crew right there, Tiffany.
Yes, that would be nice.
that- Yeah, I'll have to get with the gang and see what we can do. Yes. So, I know you have invited me to a couple of virtual meetings. So, are your virtual meetings typically like open to the public just to come and y'all like pick a topic? Like when you're on there with Lakia, I think she also has a show on SIBN, which is where we're broadcasting from. So, is
Yes.
that show on weekly?
Or what we do is we have theater and word, and we do that every fourth Sunday. What we do is have like skits, We do little worship and prayer, and we have someone that does, inspiration. We have someone do poetry or spoken word. Somebody that gives the message from God. I mean, it's like a theater, theater arts on every fourth Sunday. And the other Sundays and Thursday is Bible study. And first, second, and third, we have like praise and worship. We have different types of topics also.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And we do that online. Yes, it is awesome.
Yeah. So listen, if y'all not following Tears of Purpose Monologue Ministries, if you're not following Tammy Thomas, make sure you follow them. I think you're both on Facebook,
Yeah,
Instagram,
yes,
and then YouTube for the monologue. So go
yes,
subscribe to the YouTube channel. This way you can find out when everything is going on. And so definitely. And they broadcast on Wednesdays. Alan sent me notes because Alan works with them. It was
yes.
so cool when he got the clip. He was like, "Wait a minute, I have this clip already." Now he's like, "Who's your guest?" He was just all into it. So definitely want to tune in
That's
and follow
awesome.
these ladies doing amazing things. So I know you said you were working on your fourth publication, and you haven't published it yet. You're just making sure
Yeah.
it's the end product before you're ready. Is there anything else that you are working on, or anything you want to venture out into, maybe more in 2023 or start in 2024?
I just with Candace Johnson. I just finished with her. We're co-writing in her book. I did a short story, and also I got another project that's coming out soon. I'm thinking short stories and poetry. Might do both.
Oh,
So this will be coming out soon also. I mean,
oh,
we've been doing a lot. We've been busy.
truly.
And I've been writing skits too, in the ministry, and I have, of course, written out my monologue for the each monologue or either online that we do. So, Elder, she been stretching. She been like, look, I need y'all to write a skit out, or I need y'all to do some monologue. I'll be like, huh? I said I just do poetry, but God told me I need to do more besides poetry. I need, like you said, venture out. So that's what I've been doing: short stories, monologue, and I'm also co-writing a play, a stage play with other ministers at my church,
Oh,
and it's gonna be out. We're gonna be doing it December 16th is when the play is gonna be out.
all right now. See what I say? Listen, Tammy be busy. Oh gosh, I love it. I love it. Well, make sure you get us all the dates and the information and everything so that we can, tell everybody about it. And everything that you guys are doing, just like the flyers you saw on the beginning of the show. If you got flyers or whatever, send them to me so I can share them with the audience. Because we know Tammy Thomas has a lot of people following her and love her. So we want to try to help keep the word out there about what you're doing and where you're going to be and all that good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the play yet, or is all mum's the word until a little bit closer?
Well, the play that we are doing at church, it's a Christmas play. It's about three wise men and their caravan going to see Jesus. But this is about their journey. We always wondering what happened on that journey. You know, did they get attacked or So
Mhm.
we got our heads together and started doing that. The minister I'm working with, he already got it, laid out. And me and another lady, she's more experienced in plays, and we both write. So we added about four more scenes to it. So it's long. I mean, it's
Awesome.
We already started having people come and started reading the script and all. I mean, it's awesome.
Okay, listen, I love stage plays. I was like, when COVID was rampant and people weren't going to shows and stuff, I was like, Lord, please let them bring back stage plays because it's something about the arts, it's something about poetry,
Yes.
it's something about that just like you said, people can relate to the words that are on the
Hmm.
page, the actions that are happening on the stage. It lets you know that you're not the only person
Right.
that feels this way or is going through this. And this person made it through. It might have been tough. They might have some bumps and bruises, but they made it. And so it just inspires you.
Hmm. Right.
So,
And this would be my first play.
yes,
This
I'm
be my
excited.
first time.
The first of
I am
many.
too. I'm like, and they love what we wrote, so I said I'm glad.
Yeah.
I said I don't know nothing about writing no part of a play, but I did it. It just came. It just came to my.
All right. Yes. I get excited on show. I know people be like, I wish she would calm down, but I be excited for people and what they're doing, and the fact that you're branching out and just really letting the Lord use you in every area that He sees you
Yeah.
fit to. Because people need those words that you guys are writing. Those people need that
Yes.
poetry to keep going and to be inspired. So kudos for sure.
Thank you. I love inspiring people. I love people inspiring me. That makes me want to write more.
That's cool. Well, Tammy, we're going to take a quick break. We got a couple other commercials to show, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Y'all stay tuned. We still going to be picking Tammy's brain about poetry and what she got going on. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Constance Howard with Constance Howard Executive Life Coaching. I recently sat down for a chat with Aly on her program, Making Connections with Aly, and OMG, what a great time we had. We laughed, we talked, we shared secrets, and we gave information about how to live life passionately. Listen, if you're not watching Making Connections with Aly, give yourself a treat. It's an hour that you will enjoy and you'll learn something in the process.
It's your girl, Latoya Toya Brand. I'm here to introduce my holistic company, Sea of Things, located in Atlanta, Georgia. We sell sea moss gel, seaweed, dry herbs, and all natural fruit juices. We can be reached online at seaofthings.square.site. We also ship nationwide. We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter under Sea of Things.
All right, welcome back to Making Connections with Aly. Of course, the commercials you just saw was Miss Constance, and she has been on the show a couple of times, and so we always enjoy her being here. She had a mastermind class or a master class from imposter to unstoppable, because sometimes it's that imposter syndrome that keeps you from doing what God has called you to do, or the visions and the skills you have, but they keep you stuck. So she had a master class, of course, Hope for All, and then Sea of Things. She was on the show on Saturday, actually. So if you missed her interview, you can tune in, get the replay from that from Saturday. And so again, I love all the people that we have on the show, all the family that comes through to visit because it's always encouraging for our listeners, for our whole audience, you know. So, Tammy, is there anybody who, like, even when you were younger, was there a poet or an author or something that inspired you, or that you always went to when you needed to read something or needed to get back to your core?
When I was younger, I didn't even think about poetry. I mean, I
Mhm.
didn't know it was poetry I was writing until I
Oh,
got
okay.
older. And when I
Okay.
got older, I liked Maya Angelou.
Mm,
I liked her words, how she spoke her words, and I mean, it was very elegant. It was inspiring. I just loved her. And that one poem I really liked was I don't want to mess it up. I, with the why did the cage bird sing, and
mm,
the other one, phenomenal woman. I really
yeah.
love those two.
Yeah, I love those. Yeah, she was amazing with her words and, just the messages and
Yes.
awesome. Yeah. So like, what was some of the best advice somebody gave you, like whether it's the lady who helped you publish or, a friend or a family member, what was the best advice somebody gave you just to keep going and to keep pushing and, you know, to live out your dreams?
That's it. They always say, "Don't give up." There's a lot of people that need to hear you. They need to hear your voice. They need to see your words. They need some encouraging. Um, and there's a lot of people that said that if you stop, and most time people be like, "I haven't seen you write in a while, or I haven't seen your work on Facebook or whatever, or hear you doing your poetry. You all right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just taking a break. They said, well, don't take a break forever because it helps them out throughout their day. Um, they love the words that I speak, and they love reading my poetry. So that really helped me out a lot. And I'm just so happy that my words help others. So I got to keep going.
Yes, yes. And I don't know why I forget to tell y'all this or to ask y'all this, but if you have something that you want to do today, just to give an example, or if you have something you want to read, feel free. Just let me know, when you're ready, if that's something you want to do. But just all the things that you're saying about people needing to hear those words. I keep saying that because it's so true. We hear enough negative, we hear enough drama and things that are going on.
Yeah,
But these poetic words that you guys give out when you get on and you're doing your skits and things like that, it's just so amazing. So keep going for sure.
thank you. I always try to I always try to tell the truth and keep the truth going. And even when I write, it inspires me, myself. And I will sit there and read and be like, I wrote that.
That's
Wow, I
mine.
did that. It surprised. I'll be surprised myself. I
That's
said,
cool.
okay. There's some poetry I don't like, but others do like, and there's some that I like and they like. So I'm gonna keep it going. So,
What's one of your favorite poems that you wrote?
um, Conqueror, my new one,
Oh, okay. What makes that so intimate for you? Why is it your favorite out of
um,
the ones you've already written? Why that one?
because in life we go through trials and tribulations, like I said, but we come out of it with God. He helps you through it. And if you try to do it yourself, you're not going to win. But with God, you're going to win every time. So that really inspired me to write that
Okay.
because I've been through a lot, and I sit and think about it, like, wow, how did I get out of this stuff? And I'm like, where did I answer that? It's God. It's nobody but God. That's
Right,
it.
right. Yeah, he'll use different methods and things like that, but it's always
Yeah.
his organization and his orchestration, right?
Amen. Amen. That's right.
Now, have you ever had somebody just, just because we, want to be honest, like you said, with the audience, sometimes you're going to put out a service or what have you, and people are going to be like, I didn't like that, or I don't appreciate that. Have you ever had that experience before?
Not yet, and I hope not.
Well,
I
that's
hope
good.
not, but
That's good.
sometimes you can't satisfy everybody. You just have to keep on you do the work. And I know there's some that some people not gonna like your work, but we got to keep going. That's all. That's all we can do is keep going,
Yeah.
and don't let that discourage you.
Right. And so that's the answer I was looking for. Whether you have or you haven't, you have to have that in your mind, okay, I'm not for everybody, but the ones that I am for, the
Right,
ones this is going to touch, then that's great. And if you don't like it, just share it with somebody else, you know. So maybe
right.
it's
That's
not for
right.
you, but it could be for somebody in your circle, somebody you know. So that's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So in the monologue that you have coming up this weekend, what part do you play?
well. I wrote my own monologue, and it's about certain things in my life that happened to me. And I'll be doing. I did my own voiceover, so I'll be acting it out through my voiceover.
Oh. That's neat too. Okay.
Yeah.
Lakeisha said hello earlier. I forgot to tell you. And she says,
Uh,
absolutely, we can. We are here to please God. Yeah. So she was answering.
Amen.
Thanks, Alan, for putting that. Yeah. She said, absolutely, we have to keep going because we're here to please God. We're not going to
and
please
she
everybody, and that's okay.
and she's one of the ladies in Chicago of Tears to Purpose Monologue Ministry.
Okay. Yay. Congratulations. I love it. I love it. And see, I love that too, that support, people that, because, everybody's got to find their tribe, right? Everybody's got to find,
Yeah.
that group that supports and encourages
Mm.
you to keep going. And so I just think that's so important. How about you? Like, I know you've been through some things, we don't have to talk about them, but, even the loss of
Mm.
your daughter and things like that. So, how important was it for you to have, like, even the group Blacktopia, the people in there that support you, and the people of the Tears of Purpose monologue? How important was that?
Oh, that was very important. I loved Blacktopia. Love my church. Colossians Baptist Church. I love Tears to Purpose Ministry, and my family and friends. They all supported me during my loss, and even after that, they keep motivating me, keep pushing me, and I just love that. They didn't stop; they kept going. So
Mm,
that was very important, and that's how you know you got great family, friends all around, and you want to keep that. You want to keep that circle.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely important because listen, like y'all said, we got some work for the Lord to do, and
Yes,
it may not be easy because the enemy's always trying to put a roadblock. But that's okay. He can put as many as he wants to because it's not gonna work, right?
right. There's other ways to go around it.
That part right there. I love it. I love it. So, Tammy, is there anything maybe that I haven't asked you about, but you're working on, or something you want to share, or just some words of encouragement to people who write or just dream about being something more than they are right now?
Well, if you're looking to be a published author, just keep writing, keep writing, and you'll get your book. And some people are like, I don't know what to write about. Your life is like a book.
Mm,
Write about that. Pick out things that makes you happy, or makes you sad. Um, Anything that just happened in events, just write it down. Just keep going. It's gonna be frustrating, but keep going. Don't give up. That's it. I
now,
think.
I have heard people talk about, they want to write a book, right? But
Hmm.
they're afraid, once they write the book, of course, family members, friends are going to read it. So they're a little worried about doing that. What words would you give for those people? Should they just write it or maybe lead up to that, or any advice or any kind of ideas
I,
about that?
it's, I'll say this. I was afraid to write down or put in a book of and think about what they're gonna say. Don't think about what other people gonna say because other people might be in the same situation as you, and they need to read or hear what happened so they can be motivated and move forward in their lives as well. So
Hmm.
go ahead and write it. It doesn't matter what other people think. If you want to write what you need to write, do it. Because there's other people that's going to need it. And
Hmm.
don't block your blessing. Don't block other people's blessing of reading what they can accomplish as well.
Hmm. That's a good point, Tammy, because whew, and then maybe, maybe you have a little powwow with the family or friends or the people closest to you that, you just let them know what's happening before it gets published. That's the thought. But like you said, a lot of
Right.
times what we're going through, what we've experienced, will help somebody else along the way. Because
Hmm.
again, people are out here and they feel like they're by themselves, or why did I make this decision again? I know this was not a good decision. Why did I do it time and time again? But then you
Right.
talk to somebody who's made a decision time and time again, and you're like, okay, okay, I'm not by
Hmm.
myself. Somebody else went through this. But again, I think the end of it is that if it gets you motivated, if it gets you encouraged to get out of that situation, to get out of
Right.
that job, get out of that town, whatever it is, it's worth
Hmm.
it, right?
That's right. And you know what? I didn't even tell my family what I'm written in the book. I let them be surprised.
Okay, okay.
Because
Cool.
sometimes you don't want nobody to stop you.
Yeah,
And,
true.
then you get discouraged. Nah, I just kept going. I'm like, and sometimes I'll be like, sometimes I doubt myself. Like, nah, I shouldn't put that in there. I don't think I'm gonna put that in there. But then, I'm like, no, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna put this in here because somebody needs to read this. Somebody needs to hear this.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have a good point there. You don't want to give away too much at the same time because you don't want them
Right.
to be like, well, don't put that story, but this one's okay, but don't put that one. Yeah, that's too much. You
Right.
write until the Lord release you, and
Yeah.
then just pray that he'll go before you, make all crooked places straight, right?
Right. And you always gotta pray and ask them, is this good? Can I put this in here? Sometimes you got to put God in it too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, again, you are doing some great things. I'm excited. Definitely want you to
Thank
tell
you.
people how they can follow you. I think we have an email that is it okay if we give out the email?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So we have an email, and then how else can they follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Facebook, Tammy Thomas. I also have a portrait page, Tammy Thomas hyphen the poetess on Facebook. I also am on Instagram as TT the Poetic Piece, and I am on there. You go, and I'm also on TikTok, and you can find me TT Poetic Piece, or I think it's under Tammy T 757.
Okay. Yes. How you like TikTok?
I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
And I just started, I think this year with TikTok.
I can't remember if
I
it was Jonathan or somebody else telling me about something about maybe possibly getting on TikTok. I was like, listen, I barely do Facebook and Instagram well. So I said, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe we'll branch out in 2024. As long as it's
Yes,
something simple.
right. And I also have a YouTube page.
Okay.
And you can find me on Tammy Thomas and it's a number. Just look up Tammy Thomas, you'll find me.
Okay, okay. We'll get that information so we can put it in the description of the video, make it easy
Oh,
for everybody to follow you. And definitely go to Amazon and check out her books. She has three already published. And then,
yeah.
how did they find like the one that you've co-authored? Is it under your
Just,
name too, or
yeah, just type in Tammy S. Thomas,
okay?
and it'll pull up all the books. Yes.
Okay, yes. Listen, y'all follow Tammy Thomas. She's doing big things. With the book. That's it, Alan. Awesome. Well, Tammy, we thank you for joining us today. You know you're always welcome. Again, keep us posted. And yeah, I'm holler at Jonathan. And you know, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
do it as soon as I get off here because I will forget. But I'm gonna just be like, let's try to put that on the books for 2024. Make that happen so we can get Tears of Purpose monologue ministry in our area.
yes. Yes.
Excuse me,
And if
y'all.
I could, can I do a one
Yeah.
piece?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Alan, I'll get to that in just a second. We're gonna let Tammy do her piece. Woo!
And this one's called Conqueror. You not only survived, you conquered. You endured many trials and tribulations. You were crying out for release. Your soul needed to exhale as your spirit wanted to breathe. You prayed and left it with God. Despite the turmoil, you managed to beat the odds. The storm wasn't big enough to handle your strength. There wasn't any room for giving up. That wasn't an option. No matter how many times you were knocked down, you refused to stay down. You picked yourself up and fixed your crown. Enough was enough of the hurt and the pain. You came out swinging and you weren't the same.
Mhm.
You cried your last cry as you began to pick up the pieces and you became whole again. You have the courage of a lion and the strength of a warrior to fight and stand your ground. You had carried the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it was time to shed those pounds. The battle may have been bigger, but your blessings are stronger because you knew there was a new journey awaiting. No one or anything could block your path that was cleared for you. The road to greatness, leaving your troubles behind and facing your fears. There was no turning back now. You are walking into your purpose. You have arrived in your glory. Never let anyone tell your story. This is your testimony. So take your rightful place because you have won the race. You are victorious. You are a warrior. You are a conqueror. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
sharing that. Awesome. And so that is gonna be in your latest book, right?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, y'all better pay attention. Stay tuned so y'all know when it gets released. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Yes. So we do have to get out of here now, but you guys know that this is your girl Allie. We're here every Monday at 2 p.m. and every Saturday at 12 noon. You know that every fourth Saturday we do a food show review, and every fourth Monday we have James Thompson that comes with this, gives us motivation and inspiration. And so, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, if you ever miss us live, the shows are always on our Facebook group or on our YouTube channel. So you can always find a repeat or do the replay there. And we also do a replay on Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. just because we have so much good content, and we might think it's a season to bring that story back or that conversation back. So we do Thursday replays at 7 p.m. So as always, Tammy, thank you. We love you. We support you. Sending good
Thank you
vibes
so
your way for Saturday. We know it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Thank you. Love you too.
Love you. So I'll definitely make sure I put the description of the videos. I mean, her links in the description of the videos so you can follow her and show her some support. Send her a cash app, even if you're not going to make it to the show. You can send her a cash app just to support her in her travels and everything she has going on. So, as
Yes.
always, you guys, until next time, this is your girl Allie, and we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a great day, everybody. Bye, Tammy.
Bye bye.